What's going on, Hangout Gang? Back again for another video. Today's August the 2nd. It is 10:20 p.m. And I was reading some of this article, and I decided to go ahead and do a video on it because I think everybody needs to be aware of the type of scams that they are and how to protect yourself. All right, you need to be diligent and be proactive about your own cybersecurity when it comes to your digital assets, as these scammers are out ever lurking to take your crypto and your NFTs for one little slight mistake. Because remember, slippers do count. You get caught slipping, and all your crypto and all your work and your portfolio is up in smoke and gone, and right before your eyes. All right. So it says article of cybersecurity and Web3, protecting yourself and your ape JPEG. All right, so this is mostly geared toward apes, but this is good for anybody, any type of NFT, not just apes. Apes has just been the most common ones that's been stolen, and because they have been the most expensive, the most out in the media, and most out in the public, etc. So it says, even though Web3 evangelists have long touted native security features of blockchain, the torrent of money flowing into the industry makes it a tempting prospect for hackers, scammers, and thieves. All right, and just to get back into it, like this portion says, it's not necessarily the technology, it's just the bad actors which is doing it. Okay, some of the technology is flawed, I will admit, and some of the technology has holes in it and gaps which they are figuring out by through the hacks, etc. So I will admit that, but overall it's not the technology, it is more so the bad actors that are stealing the crypto or whatnot. So many scams promise big payouts, investments, or exclusive perks. The FTC calls these money-making opportunities and investment scams. So it says in June 22, a report for the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, over $1 billion in cryptocurrency has been stolen since 2021, and the hackers' hunting grounds are where people are gathered online. Nearly half the people who reported losing crypto to a scam since 2021 said it started with an ad, a post, or a message on a social media platform. So that's number one right there. Never respond to anything from people that you don't know, even the people that you do know, because they might be getting scammed and passing it along to you unaware. So, although fraudulent come-on sounds too good to be true, potential victims may suspend disbelief given the intense volatility of the crypto market. People don't want to miss out on the next big thing, and that's true. The FOMO, fear of missing out, greed, amongst other things, play a major factor in it as well as lack of research. Along with cryptocurrencies, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, have become an increasingly popular target for scammers, according to Web3 cybersecurity firm TRM Labs. In the 2 months following May 2022, the NFT community lost an estimated $22 million to scams and phishing attacks. Blue chip collections such as Bored Ape Yacht Club are a particularly prized target. In April 2022, Bored Ape Yacht Club Instagram account was hacked by scammers who diverted victims to a site that drained their Ethereum wallets of crypto and NFTs. Some 91 NFTs with a combined value of over 2.8 million were stolen. Months later, a Discord exploit saw NFTs worth 200 ETH stolen from users. High-profile Bored Ape users have fallen victims of scams too. On May 17th, actor and producer Seth Green tweeted that he had a victim of a phishing scam resulting in the theft of 4 NFTs, including Bored Ape number 8398, as well as highlighting the threat posed by phishing attacks. It could have derailed an NFT-themed television streaming show planned by Green, White Horse Tavern. Bored Ape NFTs include licensing rights to use the NFT for commercial purposes, as in the case of the Bored and Hungry fast food restaurant in Long Beach, California. During June 9th Twitter Spaces, Green said that he had recovered the stolen JPEG after paying more than $295,000 at the time, 165 ETH, to a person who had bought the NFT after it was stolen. Phishing is still the first vector of attack, said security engineer at Web3 cybersecurity firm Halborn. Lubick says that users should be aware of fake websites that ask for wallet credentials, cloned links, and fake projects. All right, so those are the 3 things that main things that you need to look out for: websites that ask for wallet credentials to connect your wallet, links that are cloned that don't have the original victim. For instance, You have a www.yahoo.com, but instead it's like www.yahoo or something. According to Lubick, a phishing scam may start with social engineering, telling the user about an early token launch, or that they will 100x their money, a low API, or that their account has been breached and requires a password change. These messages usually come with a limited time to act, further driving a user's fear of missing out, also known as FOMO, as I explained earlier. In Green's case, the phishing attack came via a cloned link. As you can see, he thought he was minting a GutterClat clones, and it was just a phishing link, and it looked clean to him, but it wasn't. Clone phishing is an attack where a scammer takes a website, email, or even a simple link and creates a near perfect copy that looks legitimate. Green thought he was minting GutterCat clones using what turned out to be a phishing website. When Green connected his wallet to the phishing website and signed the transaction to mint the NFT, he gave the hackers access to his private keys, and in turn, his bored apes. Alright, so these are the type of cyber attacks that scammers are mostly using right now that you want to be aware of, okay? So it says security breaches can affect both companies and individuals. While not a complete list, cyber attacks attacking Web3 critically fall into the following categories. 1. Phishing, which they just covered. One of the oldest yet most common forms of cyber attack. Phishing attacks commonly come in the form of email and include sending fraudulent communications like text and messages on social media that appear to come from a reputable source. This cybercrime can also take the form of a compromised or malicious coded website that can drain the crypto or NFT from an attached browser-based wallet once a crypto wallet is connected. Malware for malicious software. This umbrella. So this is another one. The second one is malware, which is short for malicious software. This umbrella term covers any program or code harmful to systems. Malware can enter a system through phishing, email, text, and messages. Malware, typically a virus, in other words. Compromised websites. These legitimate websites are hijacked by criminals and used to store malware that unsuspecting users download once they click on a link, image, or a file. Right? So like I said, malware is like a virus. So what they'll do is they'll hide the virus, and sometimes they hide the virus in the image or in the file. And you go to the website, click on the image or the file, automatically downloads to your computer, collects your information, and if you have your private keys stored digitally on your computer, then it'll bring that information back to the hackers, and then they have your private keys, and they hack into your wallet, and then etc., and they take your crypto. All right. So another one is URL spoofing. All right. Unlink compromised websites. Spoofed websites are malicious sites that are cloned of legitimate websites, also known as URL phishing. These sites can harvest usernames, password, credit cards, cryptocurrency, and other personal information. So one common one that people see a lot that you can probably relate to would be like Facebook. When you get all like those porn and all that other kind of crap, and they send it to you. Hey, watch my site, this and that, and you get those messages. Hey, I have this video. I found this photo of you from high school or something like that. Click this link. You click the link, and it takes you back to what looks like Facebook, and tells you to log in, and you log in, and they take your password, and using some type of key filer or something like that, and they store your password, and then they go in as you and change your password, change your email, stuff, and lock you out, and there you have been hacked. That's URL spoofing. It's one of the common things that's going on in social media as far as Facebook goes. Fake browser extensions. As the name suggests, these exploits use fake browser extensions to dupe crypto users into entering their credentials or keys into an extension that gives the cyber criminal access to the browser. Same thing in Facebook, what I just got finished explaining as well. These attacks usually aim at accessing, stealing, and destroying system information, or in Green's case, a Bored Ape NFT. So what can you do to protect yourself? So this guy Lubick here, he says the best way to protect yourself from phishing is to never reply to an email, which I told you earlier. Text message, Telegram, Discord, or WhatsApp message from an unknown person, company, or account. I will go further than that. Look at never enter credentials or personal information if the user did not start the communication. Lubick requests not entering your credentials or personal information when using public or shared Wi-Fi or networks. In addition, Lubick tells Decrypt that people should not have false sense of security because they use a particular operating system or phone type. When we talk about these kinds of scams, phishing, web page impersonation, it doesn't matter if you're using iPhone, Linux, Mac, iOS, Windows, Chromebook. He says, name the device. The problem is the site, not your device, and that's very true. So it's the website, okay, and the website's on a server, and that's that. So it doesn't matter what device you use. So it says, look at it more like Web3 action plan. When possible, use a hardware or air-gapped wallets to store a digital asset, like a ledger or a nano. These devices sometimes described as cold storage. Remove your crypto from the internet until you are ready to use it. While it's common and convenient to use browser-based wallets like MetaMask, remember, anything connected to the internet has the potential to be hacked. If you use a mobile browser or desktop wallet, also known as a hot wallet, download them from official platforms like the Google Play Store, Apple's App Store, or verified websites. Never download from links sent via text or email. Even though malicious apps can find their way onto official stores, it's more secure than using links. After completing your transaction, disconnect the wallet from the site. And I'll go one more further. Also, not only disconnect it, go into your settings into the trusted apps and disconnect it from that. All right, so that's another step that you want to do as well. Be sure to keep your private keys, seed phrases, and passwords private. If you are asked to share this information to participate in an investment or minting, it's a scam. I totally agree. If anybody, I'll say another thing. If anybody asks you to send money to them and they'll invest it for you, it's also a scam. You never get that money back as well. I have had stories of people telling me that and messaging me about other people and large groups that I've been in of 30-some thousand people saying stay away from so and so and so and so. I've sent them money and they didn't give me this, they didn't do this and that, and they ran off on the plug. And I just shake my head and don't even respond because I'm like, well, why would you do that? But I mean, I guess. Only invest in projects you understand. If it's clear how the scheme works, stop and do more research. Ignore high-pressure tactics and tight deadlines. Often scammers will use this to try and invoke FOMO and get personal victims to not think about or do research into what they're being told. Last but not least, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is a scam. And that is the thing right there. The greed, the FOMO, and the fear of missing out is what gets people every time. It's not necessarily the scam or they getting is something that the scammer is saying or did or whatever. It's 99% of the time the greed and FOMO of missing out on the next big thing, the next 100x coin, watching the next big NFT, all that fear of missing out that can drive drive you to losing everything, and it all boils down to discipline. You have to have patience and discipline when dealing with these markets and things. Okay, you can't be greedy, all right? Because greed will make you lose everything. Greed will make you lose everything. So you have to be patient and be diligent and you be smart when it comes to investing in this crypto, because it is the wild west. There's no regulation. There's tons of scammers, and there's a lot of sharks out here in this ocean that's trying to eat up all the fishes. Okay, and the fishes being you, and the sharks being the scammers. All right, so stay diligent, keep your head on a swivel, and research everything, and do not respond to any type of messages on any type of platform. Do not give any money to anybody. Do not send any crypto to anybody. Do not give out your private keys, your passwords. Do not give anybody anything, okay? That is the motto. Do not give anybody anything, all right? If you do not hold it, you do not own it as well, all right? This is Crypto Crane signing out. Like and subscribe if you like the content that I provide to you here today in this video, and go ahead and hit that notification button and smash the like, and go ahead and share this with your friends and on social media platforms, as well as we are trying to grow the channel and grow the brand. All right, this is Crypto Crane signing out for the Crypto Hangout Network and the Crypto Hangout Show. Peace.